Hello everybody. My name is Jan and I'm in charge of communication for road bikes at Decathlon. And I'm here to unveil the new signature of Decathlon road bikes for the racing segments. So, first question is, why a new name for Decathlon road bikes? It's interesting. The first reason is that we know that it's part of the project of Decathlon that each sport have a signature. So one sport, one signature. It means that we have to express for the sports people the usage of our sports by this signature. It also means that with this signature, it's the commitment of a team to design the best value price product. The second reason is that we know that Between was not really expressing what people think about racing bikes, because Between is more associated to family, to kids, or to leisure bikes. So we would like to have a new name that could be different from the Between. And the third reason is that we'd like to celebrate the D-Day, the starting point of this new project we've been written with all the team, which is not only to be a major player, not only to be a player in road bikes, but trying to be a major player in road bikes. That's the reason why we decided to change the name. So what I propose you is to have a look to a 25 seconds teaser to reveal the new name. Let's go. So you discovered the new name, Van Rysel, Van Rysel. It depends on the way you want to pronounce it. Anyway, it is the new name of this and the new signature of Decathlon road bikes for the segment of racers. So why this name? First, we would like to have a name that is full of meaning, considering our project. We are living in Lille. We are designing bikes in Lille. We are testing bikes in Lille, assembling in Lille. We're also riding in Lille and around Lille, and Lille is the capital of Flanders. So having a Flemish name is very interesting for us and very meaningful for the project. Second reason is we would like to have a name that could be recognized in the whole world as something associated to cycling and road cycling. And Flanders is, because in Flanders you find the two well-known races, the two monuments of the classics, the Tour de Flandre and the Paris-Roubaix. So every cyclist in the world passionate for his sports know that Van Rysel and this Flemish name can be associated to racing road bikes. That's the reason why we decided to do it. What I propose you is to have a look to a 3-minute movie. Sorry for you, it's in French, but subtitled in English, and you will have more explanation about that. We can have a look at that. We come back, and if you have some question, do not hesitate. Hashtag #WeAreVanRysel, and I will try to answer your question. Let's go.
J'ai vécu mon premier Paris-Roubaix dans la trouée d'Arambert. Et là, je me suis rendu compte qu'il y avait vraiment une religion autour du vélo dans cette région. Et c'est comme ça qu'on a commencé à construire ce projet. On est parti d'une feuille blanche. Donc pour moi, l'important, c'était de recruter des personnes pratiquantes et passionnées. Donc ça a été le premier travail, c'est-à-dire constituer l'équipe. Avant de jouer un match, il faut d'abord ou participer à une course. Il faut d'abord avoir l'équipe. Et on a été après chercher des partenaires techniques qui nous ont aidés. On a aujourd'hui la U19, donc c'est les meilleurs juniors français qui nous aident à concevoir et à tester nos produits.
L'objectif, c'est l'excellence. Donc on veut toujours avoir le meilleur possible pour ces coureurs. Donc que ce soit des pros ou U19, c'est le même niveau d'exigence. Et pour nos clients aussi. Donc ça, c'est quelque chose qu'on a mis en place et qu'on garde depuis, ça fait bientôt 20 ans. Et aujourd'hui, avec l'Ultra, on a un cadre qui est digne de rouler en Pro Tour, mais sans aucun problème.
On s'est également appuyé sur Jean-Christophe Perrault, qui nous avait déjà aidé sur la conception des chaussures quand il était encore pro chez AG2R, et il a continué ce partenariat-là. En 2015, on a avec l'équipe décidé de rapatrier la production qui était au Portugal à Lille, juste à côté de nos bureaux de production. Après on a posé, alors c'est juste un détail, mais c'est un détail qui était important pour nous, ce petit lion des Flandres sur nos cadres. Et c'est là qu'on a commencé à construire le projet avec l'équipe. Et quand on a décidé de travailler sur une nouvelle signature, le cahier des charges s'est naturellement orienté vers un nom qui a beaucoup de sens, un nom qui est en lien avec notre implantation géographique, c'est-à-dire dans le nord, à proximité des Flandres. Et c'est comme ça qu'on a initié ce travail-là de recherche de signature qui nous a amené à Van Rysel. Ça a une connotation un peu flamande et littéralement, on peut le traduire comme « qui vient de l'île ». Donc c'est pas un nom qu'on a inventé, c'est juste l'introduction quelque part ou la conclusion de l'histoire qu'on est en train de raconter.
Pour cette nouvelle marque qui est Van Rysel et qui va représenter notre utilisateur cyclosportif, on a vraiment voulu réécrire l'ensemble du design language de cette marque. Donc pour cela, on a travaillé une panoplie, une vision design, un peu à l'instar des concept cars dans l'automobile. L'idée, c'était de faire une panoplie complète en passant du vélo à la chaussure, la tenue, le casque, etc. Dans cette vision globale, c'était d'amener qu'est-ce que serait Van Rysel dans 5-6 ans.
Moi, ce qui est très fort dans ce projet-là, c'est qu'on n'invente rien, c'est qu'on raconte. C'est-à-dire qu'on n'a pas besoin de lire comme quand on lit une histoire à un enfant, on n'invente pas, on lit juste le livre qu'on a acheté. Là, aujourd'hui, on n'a pas acheté de livre, on vient juste raconter une belle histoire. Et pour moi, Van Rysel résume, en 2 mots, résume le projet qu'on est en train de construire avec l'équipe.
Okay guys, back to the live. I hope it's more clear for you about this new name and about the why of Van Rysel. What I propose you now is to speak a little bit about the products and what's concrete in 2019 in terms of products. And we'll try to illustrate the project we have and the difference between the cyclists on the side and racers on the other side, why we have a signature for cyclists, which is Triban, and why we have a signature for racer, which is now Van Rysel. The first example we can take is the example of these shoes. These shoes, it's quite interesting. These shoes, it's a 2 years design with 2 professionals. One is Jean-Christophe Perrault. Jean-Christophe Perrault is a former professional racer who's been second to the Tour de France. It seemed that now the Tour de France is belonging to the English guy, but that may not last so much. And these shoes has been designed to be accessible in terms of price, because we propose these shoes on the market to €130, something very accessible. I think it's more or less £110 for you in UK. We have a 100% carbon sole with an airflow inside, so very rigid, very stiff, very fitted to the racer. You have the airflow, which is here and here. We have also a very precise adjustable system with the 2 wheels micro shifting wheels that enable you to adjust the shoes correctly with those 4 laces we have. We also have a specific fabric 3D mesh inside that enables you to manage the moisture much more in a better way than before. And we also have some specific design pads inside here to block your fit inside the shoes. So it's a very specific one made for racer. And it's an illustration of the project. There is a real difference between these shoes, which is also a very interesting shoes, but who's designed for the cyclist. Here you have somebody who wants stiffness, rigidity, adjustment and precision, and here you need comfort, and you need also polyvalence to be able to walk, because we know that cyclists are walking. So it's not the same kind of pods. We have SPD pods here, and we have Kio pods here on this one. So it's the illustration of the difference of the project. Cyclists here, racers here. They are using shoes to be on their bikes, but they have needs which are completely different. Another illustration is what you see here with this jersey and this bib short. assuredly this jersey and this B-shirt, you wouldn't have seen it if we have been signed between, because it's very dedicated to the racer. So the fact to have one brand or one signature dedicated to the racers makes us possible to propose that kind of products in our networks, in our stores and on internet. It's fully meshed, so it's something which is really comfortable and breathable when you need to practice with an intense effort and with intense heat during the practice. But we also went to a not fully meshed but partly meshed bib short, as you can see here, with silicone elastics for the legs and large elastic straps for the arms and for the waist. So this kind of product, you wouldn't find it. And this kind of product, I can assure you, is dedicated to the racers. Because the fitting you have here and the aerodynamism you get, the skinning that you can get with this fitting is very impressive. Well, I can say I'm a racer in my mind, but I'm not a racer anymore in my body. And when I wear this, I'm much more like a sausage than a racer. So I can tell you that the fitting is very good. There is another example, which is interesting, is that we will propose this year an aero suit. So it's a one-piece setup that you can see here. Maybe, Quentin, if you can help me just to show to the people this masterpiece. This will be proposed for racers. Of course, this is a one-piece setup, so you don't have the straps. So the feeling of comfort is very interesting. It's like a second skin. We have a specific component in the front to be windproof, and we have breathability on the sides and on the back of this aero suits or this speed suit. So this is the first time we propose that kind of product on the market. And this, you will find it for the racer, you won't find it for the cyclist. It is absolutely fitting to what the racer needs. Sorry. Let's go now to the bikes. Well, in terms of bikes, this year, in 2019, thank you guys, we decided to keep the frame, which is a very well-known frame, well ranked by the clients. It is the Ultra frame that you've seen. I've been Bike of the Years by Backradar, and it's interesting that to see that this frame can still be proposed this year with the new signature, Van Rysel, and no more between. We'll of course propose 2 frames in aluminium and 2 models in aluminium and 7 models in carbon. And the new aspect this year is only the signature and of course a new design of the bike. But this is the beginning of the story, because what we decided to do on the bikes is the same that what we did for the rest of the range. It means that we decided for the shoes and for the equipment to be fitting your needs as a racer. So what you see here is the future and the vision we have of the use for a racer bike in 5 years. We integrated functionalities, and this is the design that we want to go with. It's a kind of prototype, and it will be inspiring our team, designing team and engineers team, on the future bikes that we will be proposing in 2020, so next year. So this year you have 1 frame. The frame is the Ultra. Next year you will find 3 frames. 1 frame which is more typed for the sprinters or for racers, with more stiffness, rigidity, aerodynamism, and with a specificity, we can respect the specificity of this practice. Another frame which is more designed for Andy racers. So we will propose something which is a little bit more light. We'll insist on lightweight, but also on polyvalence, because we know that for climbers that's what they need. And also a frame that will be dedicated to the neo racers, people who are making their way on racing bikes and who wants to have a very essential frames that can help them to get in that sport. So this is the direction we are taking in this project. So I hope it's more clear, and I hope you understand a little bit more why we changed the name and why we changed the signature. We're at the very beginning of the story about this signature and about the products behind. We are still focused on the fact that we want to have the best value price products on the market, a range including bikes but also equipment and accessories, and you will find them on the web and in our stores in the coming days. So thank you very much. Bye-bye. Hope you enjoy. You may have some questions. The social networks are here. Your teams in England can answer you back. And do not hesitate to ask your question on our Facebook, on Instagram, or whatever. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.